Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. Just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been showing the channel. We have been growing like crazy, and with just a few days left before the start of the NFL season on Thursday, I wanted to make this tier list video because I know you guys like the tier list videos. I want to make this tier list video talking about every single fan base in the NFL. Now, this will definitely piss some people off, and it'll definitely make some other people happy. So I want you to stay until the end of the video so that you can see where your team lies on the tier list. As per usual, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We absolutely smashed our goal of hitting 500 by the start of the year, so big shout out to you guys. But getting right into the tier list, we're going to go in order of like this, so exactly how the tier list is set up. Once again, I didn't make this tier list. I just used somebody's on the tier maker website. Going with the Saints, I think the Saints fans, they're pretty chill, right? I will say my criteria for this is going to be like loyalty, how just insane you are, how loud you are at the stadiums, and how toxic you are on Twitter. That's pretty much the criteria that I'm going to go with. Saints fans, I don't see a lot of insane Saints fans. I think that they're pretty chill, honestly. They kind of know that they're not the best team in the NFL. I don't really have a problem with Saints fans. I have never really run into a few bad ones. Obviously, there's bad fans for every fan base, but I think Saints fans overall are pretty cool, and I have no problem with them for the most part. Um, Dolphins fans, I probably put them in pretty chill. And the reason I'll do that is because I think Dolphins fans are kind of toxic on Twitter. They are, especially like the whole two and on thing. It's a little toxic, but honestly, Dolphins fans, like, they're not bad overall. Like, they're really not. Throughout the course of my life, they really haven't been a bad fan base. And I don't think that they're one of the more toxic, annoying fan bases, I guess you could say. The Ravens, um, I'll put Ravens fans. I'll put Ravens fans in GOATed just because I see a lot of passion with Ravens fans. Like the whole Ravens flock thing. I see people all the time like they really do love the Baltimore Ravens. And I don't see a lot of toxic Ravens fans on Twitter. I don't see a lot of bad shit going on with the Ravens. So I'll put the Ravens as the first GOATed for the fan base tier. Cincinnati Bengals, I gotta say, I think they're kind of whatever. This kind of happens with a lot of teams. When you get really good and you have like a really good quarterback, you kind of think that your shit don't stink. And that kind of happened to the Bengals. If you guys remember last year, like the mayor, like said he was going to give Mahomes a paternity test and then Mahomes beat him. Like, that shit's kind of annoying. And you kind of get high on your own ass. And Bengals fans like to say that Joe Burrow is better than Mahomes. He's not even close. So I'll kind of put him in whatever. Honestly, they're not that bad. And, they were kind of in the shitter for a lot of years, so I don't even mind them talking a little bit of shit. But yeah, they're kind of whatever, to be honest with you. Broncos fans, they're kind of annoying. I'm going to be honest. Ever since like the Russell Wilson trade, Broncos fans will not shut the fuck up. They will not shut the fuck up about the Seahawks. And obviously, I'm getting the brunt of it because I am a Seahawks fan. But like they're so toxic, and they hate Russell Wilson like already. It seems pretty much. And there are some that believe in him, obviously, but man, it's just like. Man, you just gave up on him. Broncos fans also, I think, I noticed that they kind of started roaring back when they got Russell Wilson because they were having bad quarterbacks for a lot of years. I don't know. I'll put Broncos fans in kind of annoying, to be honest with you. Looking at the Giants fans are also kind of annoying. This is partially just because they're drunk New Yorkers, and that automatically just makes you annoying in my eyes. But, they really talk a big game about Daniel Jones. And not every team is going to do that about their quarterback, to be completely honest with you. But I'm not a Daniel Jones guy. I'm not. And the Giants fans, I think, are kind of annoying. I think they're kind of toxic. They're loud. They're drunk. Not a good mix at all. Vikings, Viking fans are whatever. Their fan base, it isn't too and I live in the Midwest. I don't see a lot of Vikings fans. So like the love for the Vikings isn't there, I think, like it is with a lot of other teams, unfortunately. They're still all right. They kind of hype up Kirk Cousins a little bit too much. Most fan bases do with a mid quarterback, it's whatever. But honestly, they're pretty fine. They're a pretty tame group. They're pretty whatever. I don't have a problem with Vikings fans for the most part. Rams fans, they're kind of whatever, and I say that because they don't really exist. They won a Super Bowl a few years ago, and I still didn't see any Rams fans. And it sucks. I get it because like the Rams were in St. Louis and then they went back to Los Angeles. And if you were a St. Louis, if I was a St. Louis Rams fan, I'd be kind of pissed, right? And honestly, if I was a St. Louis Rams fan, I would probably just now root for the Chiefs because they're good and they're in my home. They're home my home state. Um, but honestly, like the Rams fans, they just don't exist, and that's just such a cliche to say. But like legit, what team just won the Super Bowl that had like no fans? It's the Los Angeles Rams, unfortunately. Buccaneers, they're pretty chill. I don't mind Buccaneers fans. They got Tom Brady and they weren't like super insufferable about it. And they won a Super Bowl and they were pretty good. Like and I actually felt good for the Buccaneers fans because they've been a pretty bad franchise for a couple decades and then they were able to win the Super Bowl. So good for them. I don't have a problem with Buccaneers fans. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with them. Yeah, they're all right. I do see a good amount of fans. Lions fans are pretty annoying, I gotta say. They are for a team that has done absolutely nothing for 30 years. They talk like they've won 4 Super Bowls, and it's annoying. It is really annoying, and it helps. Obviously, there are a lot of Lions fans. I will say, like in terms of quantity, the Lions have a lot of fans. The whole Detroit pride thing, like that is they have a lot of fans. I will say, but they talk way too much, and they're just so up their own ass. And they're saying, "Oh, we're gonna win the NFC next year. We're gonna be the one seed." You didn't even make the playoffs last year. Like you didn't even make the playoffs. So Lions fans are annoying. I don't love them, but there could be worse. Bears fans, and this one hits home because I'm from Illinois. I will put them. I'll put them in whatever. Here's the thing. I understand the biggest flaw of Bears fans is they hype up Justin Fields way too much. And to be honest with you, I understand it because they just have not had a good quarterback ever. They have not had any semblance of good quarterbacks. So when they see even a glimpse of it with Justin Fields, they see an inch and they want to take a mile, basically. So I understand that part, and I do feel for them there. In terms of pure passion, I think there's a lot of Bears fans. Obviously, they're one of the most historic franchises. Actually, I'll move them up. I don't know, man. I'll probably put them right behind the Bengals right here. They're a little toxic on Twitter. I will say they are a little toxic. And the fan base, Chicago, a lot of drunk people. I don't know if you've been to Chicago before. And they hype up Justin Fields a little too much. But honestly, I feel for them. And I do want to see the Bears be good because they have been suffering for way too long. 49ers, this is just personal. I completely understand you're going to disagree with me. They're insufferable. Listen, I am a Seahawks fan, so you can say that this is a homer pick, and you're probably not wrong. I just think that they're so insufferable. I think they're annoying. I think they overhype themselves. They're so a lot of 49ers fans are stupid, and here's why. The whole Trey Lance thing that happened in this offseason. 49ers fans want to turn around and say Kyle Shanahan is stupid and Trey Lance should have gotten a job, should have gotten an opportunity. When in reality, Kyle Shanahan is like one of the best coaches you guys have ever had. I would say, honestly, in the history of the 49ers, Bill Walsh, Jim Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan, top 3. That's what I would say. Kyle Shanahan, and you guys, there's 49ers fans that legitimately want Kyle Shanahan to be fired. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. I also think that they own the Seahawks, even though every single year that Pete Carroll's been there, he's beaten the 49ers, but whatever. I'm not even going to go into it. 49ers are insufferable. I hate them. Eagles. I think the Eagles are kind of annoying, to be honest with you. Like, Eagles fans are aggressive. They are aggressive. And now that they're good, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing that the Eagles are, like, really good now. Because Eagles fans, regardless, are going to get drunk. Eagles fans, regardless, are going to be crazy. I will say, in terms of, like, pure passion, they rank amongst the highest in the NFL. They're one of the most passionate fan bases out there. The problem is that they are just angry, mean, aggressive fans. And that is good, and that's part of football. But if you're not an Eagles fan, it's probably annoying. Like, do you guys remember I don't want to say riots, but like basically the takedown of the streets after the Eagles won after the NFC Championship game, everything like that? The Eagles fans, they are kind of annoying, I will be honest with you. Although I do appreciate the passion. And so you can look at it from a lens of pessimistic. You can look at it from a pessimistic lens and say, oh, they're kind of annoying. But at the same time, though, they're not chill. They're definitely not chill. But they are probably goated because who has a better fan base than the Eagles? Like, there's not a lot of teams. So I'll put them in goated. Raiders fans, they are also insufferable. They are also annoying. Um, they went to Vegas, moved from Oakland to Vegas, which that sucks, obviously, I know. But, oh, God, Raiders fans, they are some of the most insane people that you will ever meet. Some of the most insane people. And there are a lot of Raiders fans, which that contributes to them being insufferable, I will say. And I think this dates back to like the 70s when the Raiders adopted that us versus the league mentality. And I still think some of that applies today. The Raiders are insane. The Raiders are crazy. And they are toxic. And honestly, that is exactly how Al Davis would have wanted it. So good for them. Packers fans, I would put them in insufferable because my whole family's Bears fans, so I hate Packers fans. But honestly, I will just put them in kind of annoying. They're not honestly like for a team that's had back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks, they could be a lot worse. And Wisconsin people are not like Philadelphia or Buffalo or any of these like big city, gonna get pissed drunk every game type of fans. Packer fans are normally pretty chill. And they've talked their shit, but they've kind of been able to, with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Honestly, not bad. I hate them because obviously they're the Packers, and I don't like the Packers, but they could be a lot worse in my opinion. Washington, I gotta put Washington fans in pretty chill. I mean, you guys have had to put up with a lot of shit throughout the years. Terrible owner Dan Snyder, racist team name that was changed and everything like that. Terrible quarterback play for years. And Washington fans have still stuck with the team. Like, they have still rode with the team, been a ride or die. And honestly, I appreciate that. The Washington fans they're not too toxic. They just want their team to be good. They just want to go back to when their team was relevant and when their team was good. And I feel for Washington fans, so I'm going to put them in pretty chill. For the Arizona Cardinals, and this is like another team where I'm kind of just like, whatever. I'm going to put them like in the whatever category because I just don't see a lot of Cardinals fans. Now, of course, a lot of them are probably hiding in the woodworks now because the Cardinals are about to be terrible this year. But I don't really have a strong opinion about Cardinals fans. When they were good, I didn't really hear a lot out of them either. Arizona people, like, Arizona's where you go to like retire. It's probably not a lot of crazy ass 20-something-year-olds in Arizona. I wouldn't imagine. But the Cardinals, they're like whatever. I don't really have a problem with them. Steelers fans, I think Steelers fans are kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I'll put them at the top of kind of annoying. Very passionate. Again, you're looking at one of the most historic franchises in the Steelers. They kind of overhype a lot of things that they shouldn't. Kenny Pickett, Mike Tomlin, I hate to say it, and Big Ben. But what I love most about the Steelers and their fans, what I love most about Steelers fans is that they will be the first fan base to tell you that Deshaun Watson is a monster, he's disgusting, he shouldn't be playing, all that stuff. But then turn around and praise Big Ben Roethlisberger, who by all accounts kind of is guilty of the same crime. I'm not going to get into all of that, but I'm just saying, I think they're a little hypocritical. And I think that, but a historic franchise, they'll love to remind you that they have, 6 Super Bowls. They will. So it is what it is. But moving on to the actual GOATed fan base, and this is by, I think, undisputed fact, the best fan base in the NFL, Buffalo Bills fans. I will caveat, are Bills fans crazy? Yes, they are. Are they drunk? Yes, they are. But you cannot tell me that any fan base has more passion for their team than the Buffalo Bills. That weather in Buffalo, like come December, is like negative 14 degrees with like 38 inches of snow. And the stadium is still packed. Bills fans are still in there. Additionally, what I like about Bills fans is that they understand that football is crazy and you can get rowdy and all that type of stuff. But when the game is over, I think they're actually a very classy fan base. If you guys remember the year that the Bengals beat the Ravens to send the Bills to the playoffs, Bills fans donated a bunch of money to Andy Dalton's charity foundation. Really classy. The whole Damar Hamlin situation this year, Bills fans donated a bunch of money. And it wasn't just Bills fans, but it was probably majority Bills fans donating a bunch of money to Damar Hamlin's toy drive. Just, I think, a really good fan base. I love their tradition of breaking the tables. I think that is the most iconic fan base tradition in the entire NFL. And I think Bills have the best fans in the NFL, I will say. The Falcons, the Falcons are kind of whatever. I don't see a lot of Falcons fans. I think a lot of Falcons fans recently have converted their attention to Georgia football. because Georgia is like the best team in college football. They won the championship last 2 years. Falcons fans, again, I just don't see a lot of them. I can't really tell you, and they've been irrelevant for a little bit. I don't think they have the passion. I don't think that they have the drive of some of these other teams. But they're Falcons fans. I don't see a lot of them. They're kind of whatever. I don't have any kind of particular feelings about the Falcons, unfortunately. Another fan base that I think is goated is going to be the Seahawks. Domer pick. Say what you want. Seahawks fans are consistently some of the loudest fans in the NFL. I mean, we literally registered an earthquake level activity after the Marshawn Lynch Beastquake mode. And say what you want about Seahawks fans, even last year when we were supposed to be bad, the stadium was packed. And the Seahawks fans are very passionate. They're very loud. They love the Seahawks. They love Pete Carroll. And they're not a bunch of like drunk idiots like some of these other fan bases are. Like they are they are honestly like pretty good fans to be around. And, I'm biased obviously, but I love the Seahawks fans. Patriots, looking at the Patriots fans, they are annoying. They kind of have a right to be, though. I mean, they won like 6 Super Bowls with Tom Brady, but they are annoying. If you've ever met a Patriots fan, they're kind of an asshole. They're going to be bad, I think, for a little bit with Mac Jones at least, and so I don't really see I don't see a lot of the same Patriots fans yapping like I used to. I think it's kind of becoming not as popular to be a Patriots fan. And as you know, like every decade, there's a fair weather fan team, a bandwagon team, I guess you could say. The Patriots were definitely that for the first 20 years of my life. The Patriots fans, though, 6 Super Bowls. I mean, that you get to talk a little bit of shit. Browns fans, I don't want to do this to you, Browns fans, and I'm sorry. Browns fans are kind of insufferable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cleveland. You guys deserve better, but Browns fans are really annoying to me. They overhype the Browns every single season. They seem to be one of the least intelligent fan bases. Sorry, I don't want to say that. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Browns fans. They're kind of annoying to me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Baker Mayfield, they were going to tell you that Baker Mayfield won MVP like 3 years in a row, and that just was never going to happen. Houston Texans. I'm going to put the Texans fans in pretty chill. I don't see a lot of Texans fans, but the ones I do see, they seem pretty intelligent. They seem like they know ball. I haven't seen a lot of Texans fans really argue that they're going to be good this year. They're not, right? You have a lot of rookies. You have a rookie coach, everything like that. They're not going to be good this year, and I think Texans fans know that. They are also the youngest fan base, so they don't have that generational following that a lot of other teams like the Bears or the Packers or the Raiders do. So the Texans franchise is as old as I am, so they don't have a lot of fans. But the fans they do have, I think, are pretty chill. They're young, obviously, but they're pretty chill. So I don't really mind Texans fans that much. Chiefs fans, I will say, for a team that is as good as the Chiefs, actually, no, I'm gonna put them in goated. For a team that is as good as Chiefs fans are, as the Chiefs are, the Chiefs fans are actually pretty chill. Like they're not that bad, honestly, and you have Patrick Mahomes, and they'll be the first to tell you that Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL, and they're right. They have every right to say that. But for a team that looks like it's on like Patriots' trajectory of how good that they're going to be, they're not really rubbing it in our face, I think, as much as they should, to be honest. And it also helps that they're not a big market team like the Dallas Cowboys, who are the most insufferable fan base in the NFL. I cannot stand Cowboys fans. Cowboys, they grind my gears. Their takes are the most atrocious, stupid takes you've ever heard in your life. Cowboys fans think the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl every single year. They love Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is their guy. Cowboys fans, they are passionate. Yes, they love their Cowboys, but it leads to delusion. It leads to not working brains. And I can't do that. I can't do that. Cowboys fans, and they're so big. So it's like you could say something about the Cowboys, and I'm sure this video might happen with this video as well. You could say something bad about the Cowboys, and it could be a valid point. You could say, hey, Dak Prescott needs to stop throwing interceptions. You could say that. And Cowboys fans would just flood your replies, your comments. They DM you, talking all this shit. And it's like, no, dude. Like that point was valid. Whatever. Chargers fans, I hate to like lump in the two LA teams, but I'm gonna say Chargers fans because I don't see. I say the Chargers definitely have a few more fans than the Rams. I'll probably put them in chill. I don't see a lot of Chargers fans. I don't. The Chargers community on Twitter is decent. I don't see a whole lot of Chargers fans, but the ones I do see, they're pretty good. They're pretty chill. They have Justin Herbert. They really like Justin Herbert, like obviously, right? But again, not like in a historic franchise, not a bunch of drunk idiot fans, just not a whole lot of fans, just kind of chill. They don't really sell out their stadium too well, I don't think. So I can't really say that they're passionate, but I'll put the Chargers right there. All right, and for the next team, New York Jets. I'm putting them in insufferable. I'm so sorry. They're not as bad as the Cowboys or the Raiders, but their Jets fans are insufferable. They are, like I said, with the Giants, drunk idiots. And just the fact that they got Aaron Rodgers, oh my gosh, it's just been such an offseason of Jets fans. Also, they love to talk shit about the Jamal Adams trade with the Seahawks, like they've done anything. And again, it's a kind of common theme with like the Browns fans and the Lions fans and even the Raiders fans to a certain degree. For a team that has done nothing, zilch, for years, the Jets, I believe, have the current longest playoff win drought, I believe. For a team that has done nothing for years, the Jets want to talk like they've won the Super Bowl. It's crazy. Bench players talking like they're starters, as Drake once said. Panthers fans, honestly, they're chill. I don't have a problem with Panthers fans. The only potential red flag is this trade with the Bears for the number 1 overall pick. They did start yapping a little bit about Justin Fields. And again, you can't really yap about a team's quarterback if you don't have a good quarterback, which I think Bryce Young will be, but I don't know that he's going to be there yet, right? But I don't really have an issue with Panthers fans. Carolina is a chill spot in town. Um, they're not too bad. I have no issues with them. I also have no issues with Titans fans. Nashville is a really cool spot if you've ever been there. They are pretty passionate about the Titans, I would say. They love Derrick Henry, but I think that they're realistic. I think that they kind of understand that their current quarterback situation is not the best. I do see a lot of Titans fans, though, and they're more classy than I think a lot of fan bases are. Indianapolis Colts, um, they're kind of, I'll put them at the top of whatever. I don't see a whole lot of Colts fans, to be completely honest with you, but I do think that they all understand that, like, hey, Jim Irsay, he's being a fucking idiot. And they're right. They're right to say that. So, Colts fans, I don't have a strong opinion. A lot of these teams in the middle right here, I really don't have a strong opinion on, except for like the Bears. I really don't have a strong opinion on, and I don't think that it's. I think this is kind of like the impartial tier, right? Kind of the Jaguars. I'm gonna put in pretty chill. I'm gonna put them above the Buccaneers. They're finally good for them, right? And they have been. If you guys remember the first year of Trevor Lawrence, he was not good. That was probably the fault of Urban Meyer. But they, I think, really stuck with Trevor Lawrence. They knew that he was going to be good. They were riding with their quarterback, and that I think is a very positive attribute that Jaguars fans have. I like Jaguars fans. They're not too crazy. Again, they're in Jacksonville, Florida. Not a crazy spot, not a big city, not a bunch of drinkers and drunk fans, idiot fans everywhere. Jaguars fans are good. I like them. And this is my tier list for the fan bases of the NFL. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.